I have been using this OnePlus 12 as my primary phone for more than 2 months now, and I think it is long enough time to give you this long-term review. Hello everyone, Akash here, let's begin. Design-wise, it looks similar to the last year's OnePlus. The looks are subjective, but these marble textures look very good, especially with this new 3D looking camera module, which enhancing the overall look of this mobile. But the bezels are not symmetric here. The bottom one is slightly thicker. This does not make a lot of difference, but since it is a flagship phone, we expect it to have a symmetric bezels. There are no issues with the build quality either, buttons and everything looks and feels very premium. I did not drop this mobile even once and I don't have any plan to do so, but both front and back glass are protected. The edges are curved, which is comfortable to hold, but it is still a big and heavy phone for medium size hand like mine. I used 11R and 12R in the past. Those were also big phones but much more comfortable than this. Eventually you will get used to it if it is the only phone you are using. I have this green color which is very slippery even though it has a matte back glass. So it is better to use a case or cover with this one. And it is just IP65 rated, which means it is dust proof but only resistant to some water splashes. The display is also very good in OnePlus 12. In the default setting, the colors are slightly dull for my liking, but you can always change a color mode to vivid and you are good to go. It has all the features in the display such as HDR10+, Dolby Vision and LTPO. And due to all of this, it is excellent viewing experience with a minimal use of battery. And I like the HDR implementation on this one. Instead of boosting the brightness of entire screen, only video specific portion gets brighter than the rest of the screen. The max resolution is 2K, but by default it is set to 1080p. And I don't see much noticeable difference while using Full HD or 2K. It has got so-called AquaTouch technology which enables you to use it with wet hands. And it works only if there are small water splashes. But if there are more water on the screen, then it still behaves like a normal phone and acts erratically. There is no issue with the brightness. It gets pretty bright, so outdoor visibility is not an issue. And it gets pretty dim too. And if you are worried about accidental touches on the edges of the display, with the case on, I don't notice any accidental touches. The fingerprint scanner is an optical one but works just fine as expected. When it comes to the cameras in the OnePlus, in the last couple of years the impression has not been so good in this department compared to the competition. But actually I am very happy with this camera. I captured a lot of pictures in different lighting scenarios and I am happy with the results, as you can see by yourself. It might fall behind the other flagships like a Samsung and Apple. I don't have those latest phones for the comparison, but I did compare it with iPhone 14 Pro camera. And here are a few comparison shots, so you will get an idea about it. OnePlus 12 pictures looks much better with better detailing. Portrait mode is also decent one. Edge detection is not the best, but I am happy with the overall results. It does have 120x zoom selector, of course digital one. And I don't think those 120x zoom photos are much usable. There are artificial textures on the captured photos as you can see in this one. So you should stick with the 6x for detailed photos. Up to 30x, photos are usable if you captured in well lit condition and with the steady hands. Night photography is also very good on the main camera. There is lot of detail in the captured photos as you can see. The night mode gets kicked in automatically when there is not enough light. Selfies are also very good in the daylight condition. There is plenty of detail in the images. For the night selfies, I was able to capture some good photos, but you will need very steady hands for the better result. Regarding videos, they are decent but not so great. There is plenty of detail in the captured video. But I am not as impressed with the video quality as the photo. Of course, you can capture up to 8K 24fps video, but quality wise I think you should stick with the 4K only. There is OIS present in the main and telescope cameras and they work very well in the video. But if you turn on this ultra steady mode, then videos are even more stabilized, just like a gimbals. But it is limited to 1080p 60fps only. Regarding selfie videos, you can record 4K or Full HD but only up to 30fps. This video was recorded from OnePlus 12 front facing camera in fairly good lighting condition to get you idea about the video as well as audio quality. So overall I would say if you are mostly into the photos and casual videos, then you will be more than happy with this OnePlus 12 camera. Regarding performance, it has always been consistent with no stutters or lags throughout the usage, and it is expected since it has a Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 3 processor. It's not always about benchmark numbers. OnePlus always has fewer numbers in the benchmark than its competition, even with the same chipset. But you can feel the smoothness in day-to-day applications. Animations are extremely smooth with no frame drops at all. App opening, closing and switching are very responsive and quick, but there are a few areas where I see delay in seconds. For example, if you have the incognito tab open in Chrome and try to switch back to Chrome from home screen or other application, there is always 1 to 2 second delay in loading that page. Also, the camera shutter speed is somewhat slow. The speed is similar to what we usually found in say a 20 to 25,000 phone. I think these issues can be resolved in the software updates. Regarding gaming, I don't usually play games on the mobile, but for testing purpose, I played BGMI and Genshin Impact for more than 1 hour, several times, and it was smooth experience throughout the gameplay. Mobile gets warm during gaming, but there was no thermal throttling throughout the gameplay. I think this heating is normal considering the chipset power. All the above testing is done in the normal mode. Actually, I don't feel any need to switch to high performance mode. With high performance mode on, there might be some speed improvements in the benchmarks and gaming. You will get couple of extra frame rates, but I don't see any visual impact on day-to-day applications, so I keep that off. That also helps to save some battery. Now let's talk about operating system. It is an Oxygen OS 14 skin on top of Android 14, and nowadays Oxygen OS is almost like any other Chinese OS with lot of customization, like ability to change the icons, themes, fonts, colors, gesture, and list just goes on. Some people may like this extreme level of customization, but personally I don't like this. There are some apps that gets installed when we set up our phone, and the good thing is that you can delete those applications, and there are no ads in the UI. So except this internet browser, I don't see any bloatware. And apart from this AI eraser, there are no AI features like we have in the Samsung and Pixel. But OnePlus has planned to provide some AI features in the future updates. Talking about updates, now we have 4 years of main OS update and 5 years of security patches. It's better than last year but still lags behind the Samsung and Pixels. Battery backup was never an issue in the OnePlus from last year, and it continues in the OnePlus 12. From medium to heavy usage, it easily lasts you over a day and a half with 7 to 8 hours of screen on time. That usage includes mostly calling, some applications, watching videos and sometimes games. This is very good battery backup, and that is with all default settings like auto brightness and mix of mobile data and Wi-Fi. Even with the heavy usage, it will last you a full day. The charging time is also very good. It charges within half hour from 10 to 100% with provided charger, and there is also 50-watt wireless charging support. So overall, I am very happy with the battery performance. Before drawing a conclusion, I would like to mention a few things. The first one is the call quality and network reception, both of which are very good on this phone. The output from dual stereo speakers are also very loud and clear, and there is good amount of bass in the audio. You can hear audio by yourself. Next is the haptic feedback, which is also very good. Compared to 12R, these are the better haptics for sure. And yes, it does have IR blaster, which is very useful for controlling appliances. And you are getting a complete package that includes a charger, a silicone case. By the way, this green one gets dirty very soon. And a pre-applied plastic screen protector. So, in the conclusion, like I said, OnePlus flagships are falling behind the Apple and Samsung flagships. But there is also huge price difference. And with the current prices and offers, it is still very good phone for your money. And if you are okay with the compromising camera department and few other things, then OnePlus 12R still holds a better value for your money proportion. If you have any questions or doubts, do let me know into the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you like the video, please share and subscribe. Cheers!